that was my first virtual tournament, and I happened to win gold in there. So that's what even made me more curious to finding out if there were any more of these virtual tournaments out there. And then I stumbled upon Sport Data, and I'm very familiar with them because they have been the official tournament organizer for the World Karate Federation for the longest time. And I saw that they were also organizing these virtual tournaments, and they developed a world ranking system. And so that's what even motivated me to give these virtual tournaments a try. And I competed in my second virtual tournament back in May, which was the Sport Data e-tournament World Series. I won silver in this tournament, and I immediately jumped to number 6 in the e-kata world rankings. So that even motivated me more. And then I saw that there were a lot of other ranked events that were being organized. So I decided to really go all out with these tournaments. And 7 months have passed. I've now become the world number one, and so far in within these months, I've already joined a total of around 33 tournaments. So that's it's wow, it's really amazing how I could join so many of these tournaments in just a short amount of time.
Well, how many gold medals have you won so far in all of those tournaments?
Actually, when I so far in my record, I've only won 17 gold medals, but
Okay.
then I woke up this morning and I it was just announced that I won my 18th gold medal
Okay.
in the Pune Open India Karate E tournament. Wow, this made me a lot happier continuing my gold streak. But the way I won this tournament was it was also kind of how do you say it? I was pressured because my internet was not working well last night, and I usually upload my competition videos through my DSLR camera.
Okay.
But then I don't know what went wrong with my internet. My internet is fiber; it's supposed to be super fast, but it was really slow that time, and time was not on my side. I only had 10 minutes to submit my competition video, so luckily I took video also from my phone just as a backup, and then so I decided to submit that one instead, even though the angle was not as good. But then but still surprisingly, yeah, I still won the tournament with that video. So I'm just really happy winning my 18th gold medal.
Okay. So that's gold number 18. And as you said, you've had some difficulties with the internet. So there are challenges like that. So, I mean, aside from the competitors, what are the challenges you had to face before reaching this level? How do you train? How do you um, prepare yourself for so many competitions?
Well, because it's my kata coach from Japan, Masa Saito, has been working with me online by training and also competing in these tournaments. So I'm very thankful that he's really going all out to really bring me to where I'm at right now. And there were also other challenges that I had to face besides competing. Like I think there was a time where in when one tournament, because in every kata performance you have to bow before and after you perform. And
Okay.
what happened was because my dad also helps me edit these videos where I cut out the unnecessary parts. My dad accidentally cut out the last bow. So and that's a huge foul. So that was one mistake I had to take in. I had to learn from it, and I really had to make sure that all my videos were all good before I make the submission. And you also have to make sure that you have a good and stable internet connection, because like what happened last night, my I was really rushing to meet the deadline, but then luckily I still had data that had a sufficient speed. So luckily I used it, and I was able to submit my video that I took from my phone. So these are some of the factors that you have to consider when you are competing in virtual kata. And you also need to make sure that your videos are at least 720p, because any video quality lower than that, the tournament organizers will not accept it.
Well, to the uninitiated, how does the virtual kata competition work? What are the things the judges look for in your performances?
Well, I would say that it's more of like the actual kata competition where you perform once and then the judges will evaluate you right after your performance. However, there are some differences that virtual kata has, whereas the athlete is given an opportunity to do as many takes as he or she wants,
Okay.
but the judges are also given the opportunity to scrutinize your performance, meaning that they can rewind your
Oh,
performance all over again until they find the most mistakes they can see in your performance.
okay.
So I would really say that there's no advantage here. It's more or less the same, but the athlete is given, as I've mentioned, as many takes as he or she wants. But in my case, though, I usually do warm up katas first before I make a take. So I try to simulate it as much as possible in the actual style of competition.
Okay. You have had differences with the national kata team, but here you are. You have become a sensation in Philippine karate. How does it feel to embark in such storybook run despite your previous issues with the team?
Well, I would say that what happened to me last year was very unfair and it was very unfortunate. But I always think to myself that in every painful experience that we go through, there's always a gift that's left behind. And I'd say that that door closed and this new door opened, which was these virtual tournaments. So y- I would say that the reason why I would compete in these virtual tournaments is because I want to better myself as an athlete to really improve on my performance and to continue serving the country in other ways. And even though the events happened last year, I'm still out there competing just for the love of my sport and also for the love of giving the country honor and pride.
Okay. Now that you're at the top of the rankings, what is your next goal? You're there on the top. What's next for James De Los Santos?
Well, I would say that yeah, people have thought that okay, I'm now the number one, but it doesn't stop for me there. I still have to continue competing to maintain my spot in the world rankings for Ikata. And I would say also that I'm not just competing with my competitors anymore because I'm competing with my biggest competitor, which is myself. And I would say that in such a way where I look back in my previous performances and I always tell myself, you know what, I can do better than this. I want to score higher than in my previous performances. And lately I've done that because in the tournament prior to this one in the Katana Intercontinental League, I was the first ever e-kata player to score a 26 out of all the tournaments that I've joined. I think no other e-kata player has done that. So I can say that was a very proud moment for me, and I can say that wow, I really am challenging myself to become a better player, and who knows, maybe I will aim for 27 next time. But I know for a fact that I have to continue training harder and to continue joining more tournaments in order to become a better athlete and to maintain the number one spot throughout the year.
Okay. Any advice to younger karatekas who want to follow your footsteps?
I would really advise to these young karatekas that I know that we are all facing a worldwide pandemic right now, and life has been really tough for all of us this year. But in any situation that you face, whether it's good or bad, there is always an opportunity out there. You just have to really go out there and find it. And in my case, this was the opportunity that I found, which is these virtual tournaments. And I would say that virtual tournaments can really provide a benefit for all karatekas here in the country, especially those who couldn't afford to travel and compete either local or international because it can be very costly. Well, here in these virtual tournaments, the joining them, it doesn't cost you an arm and a leg. It's very cost friendly, and it gives you also that taste of competing internationally against players around the world, and you're just doing all of this from your home. That's really the benefit there. So I would really once again encourage all karatekas out there to give these virtual tournaments a try, because we'll also never know when this pandemic will end. So this is the new normal that we're all facing right now, and since actual competition can't be permitted as of the moment, let's all adapt to the new normal and let's keep this sport alive.
Okay. Thank you very much for your time at salamat sa opportunity at nakapag-interview tayo. I hope makausap tayo ulit in the future. Any competitions in the afternoon? Are you
In
joining?
the no, I'm resting for today since I just competed. I competed yesterday in two
Okay.
tournaments.
Okay.
So yeah, today will be my rest day, and then tomorrow I'll be I'll be hopefully competing again because I'm in a semi-final of another tournament. So I'm hoping for the best results, which will come out today. And thank you again, sir, for having me. It's really, really highly appreciated.
Okay. Thank you very much and good luck again. At sana tuloy-tuloy hanggang next year. At many years to come, ikaw pa rin nasa top ng virtual class. Congratulations again.
Thank you very much, sir.